Hello, I'd like to share with you this beautiful wooden star and accompaniment. I chose to use it this way because actually my vision was actually quite a large dominant design using British traditional floristry of stems radiating from one central point. And so I have some tea lights, which I'm going to light when we're finished. And so I'm going to use floral foam. So I've got quite a weighty piece at the back. I've got one piece on top of another to give me some height because I'm using some weighty materials. And so I shall begin. And so to start off with, I've taken this beautiful Corylus contorta, the witch hazel, which I'm just going to create an angle there using my secateurs. Really important to use secateurs for materials that are very woody. And you see already how that is kind of softened the edges. Perhaps have that just a little fraction a bit lower. There we go. Is that okay? Perfect. And then to follow that through to creating some continuity and some rhythm, by the very nature of this Corylus, it kind of captures everything. And so economy of material. I cut this from my plant in the garden, and can you see how that's just one stem? And so I've not wasted anything. Some people will say, actually, there's unsightly foliages, they're yellow, they're speckled. But the thing is, that's what's happening in nature at the moment, and I think that's kind of reflective. I love to use material in the natural season and so on, and so I think that's part of its beauty. And so just to cut that again, because it's going into the floral foam, and I'm going to place it so it's cascading down through the front. Can you see? Using one stem, I've actually linked all those different components together. The star connected to the larger star, and so there's harmony created already. And so the white is less dominant. And so in that, I'm going to place some of the traditional blue spruce. Let's have a nicer piece. I've cut this, and it's just beautiful. If you rub your hand along the stem of a spruce or any kind of conifer, if you can smell the sap, the sticky residue on your fingers, that means it's really fresh. If there's no scent to that or no perfume, it means it's been cut for quite some time. And so if it's your Christmas tree, then it's going to drop rather quickly. And so I would kind of go along to the nursery and garden centre and just kind of carefully just test that. And so just placing these elements through. Again, the tonal value of this is beautiful. Anything that goes into the floral foam needs to be stripped because that just creates bacteria, and I'm just going to turn that round. So it's a traditional British design, so all the stems are radiating from the centre, and basically we need to cover something at the back for what we say is for the window cleaner. Even though it's a predominantly front-facing design. So I've just got some smaller pieces. Let's just have that going through the front. So in between my candles, my tea lights. So what we've got there is a beautiful contrast in colour, texture, form. And the more material I put into this, the more it's softening the edges, and so our container is becoming less dominant, because really we want the flower material to really shine and be dominant over the design. Now I've got something which is possibly a little bit naughty to cut, but look at that beautiful Mahonia japonica, the flowers. It looks like a hand, doesn't it? Incredible. Highly scented, just beautiful, and that will last weeks and weeks. I have taken the rather kind of the foliage as it is, oh, it's quite horrible on your hands, but I will utilise that. But in order for me to get this into the floral foam, I've actually taken all the foliage off. So I'm just nestling that in, and I'm just going to tease it around the wood. I'll turn that round and you can see. Can you see now the yellow of the corylus has really kind of jumped out at you, because we've got the yellow of this beautiful mahogany has kind of enhanced that now. It's kind of shouted, kind of, look at me. Oh, scrummy. Beautiful. Taking a little bit of the white through the design. This is, I'm not sure what it is actually, but it's been dipped in felt, so it gives it a really kind of like a stag's horn kind of texture. And so a little bit of snippets of white just going through. So being careful, always using the secateurs for woody stems. And I just want some whites just cascading through from this side down. Possibly just creating some transition and really taking your eye through to the back. And I'll turn this around and then you can see it. Can you see now we've utilised the whole base of the design? So I need another strong focal in here. So what I've picked up for you is Sayonara Cardoon artichokes. Aren't they stunning? These are fresh artichokes that have been dried and dipped in a whitewash, I think. And so they'll be preserved beautifully. So the reason why I've got two large pieces of foam is because I'm using such large chunky stems. Cutting the stem at a 45-degree angle. I'm just working my way down through. So these are a strong visual. I just tried to get some of my mahogany around my artichoke. That's better. So can you see now we've created that line, possibly just having this one a little bit shorter. And just to finish off, and kind of just enhance that kind of that centre, that recession a little bit further, using the mahogany foliages, which are really quite evil. They're really pointy, so you need to be careful. So taking off the lower stems. So that's my design finished at the front. I'm just going to put a few pieces at the back. That spruce does smell divine. And so I think to finish, we'll just light these candles. I'll move my knife, because this will just give it a little bit of magic. Ensuring that actually that there's no flame around you. Fresh florals. think I need to light the one at the back. So there's my traditional British design for you. Enjoy.